I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hello K-pop lovers, welcome back to Top K-pop, a place where we don't just cover the news, but delve deeper into every incredible story that shapes modern K-pop legends. And today, the global music world is once again in a state of anticipation. A rare, monumental, and emotional moment. BTS's Jungkook has just made history on the Billboard Global 200, a feat no one from Asia has ever achieved before. Yes, 7 featuring Lado is now officially the longest charting Asian song in Billboard Global 200 history. This incredible achievement puts Jungkook alongside music industry giants like The Weeknd, Ed Sheeran, and Dua Lipa. However, there's one thing that sets this story apart. Jungkook didn't conquer the world with massive promotions or a string of global TV shows. He did it with the honesty of his music, with a voice that can soothe, touch, and even embrace the soul of anyone who hears it. Let's rewind to July 2023. When Big Hit Music announced Jungkook's solo debut, the world seemed to stop for a moment. Curiosity, hope, and expectation exploded across the global fandom. Would Jungkook bring BTS's signature style? Or would he reveal a new, never-before-seen side? And then, 7 was released. Within hours, the song dominated every platform. It reached #1 on the Spotify Global Chart, topped iTunes in over 100 countries, and debuted straight at the top of the Billboard Global 200. A debut that wasn't just powerful, it set a new standard for Asian artists. But the magic of 7 didn't stop in its first week. The song endured, week after week, month after month. Finally, more than 60 weeks later, it's still there, living, breathing, and loved. For some, 7 is just a love song with a soft melody and simple lyrics. But for ARMY, 7 is Jungkook's open letter to the world. A message about the eternity of love, about someone you want to see every day, from Monday to Sunday. A simple song, but its honesty makes it timeless. Every time it plays, whether in Seoul, London, Jakarta, or New York, it feels the same. It's as if Jungkook himself is beside you, singing softly, giving you strength, and reminding you that love doesn't have to be complicated to be meaningful. What makes this achievement even more remarkable is Jungkook isn't even actively promoting. While 7 continues to stay on the charts, Jungkook is serving his mandatory military service in South Korea. No concerts, no TV shows, no stage performances, just music at work and love that lives on in the hearts of its listeners. Every week when Billboard releases its latest charts, armies around the world wait with anticipation. They no longer ask, "Is 7 still around?" But they ask, "What position are we in this week?" And when week 60 arrives, the world truly stops for a moment. The hashtag 7 by Jungkook for 60 weeks exploded in more than 50 countries. From the United States to the Philippines, from Japan to Indonesia, the entire world united in celebrating the man who has brought Korean music to the top of the world. Even industry analysts chimed in. Billboard's Jason Lipschitz wrote, "What Jungkook has achieved with 7 goes beyond numbers and statistics. It's about an emotional connection that can't be measured by any chart." And that's Jungkook's true power. He doesn't just sing, he tells a story. He doesn't just create a tune, he touches hearts. His music spans languages, cultures, and borders. He's become a bridge that unites millions of people who may not understand the words, but understand the feeling. Over 1.5 billion streams on Spotify. Hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. Still charting in dozens of countries, even more than a year after its release. But for ARMY, the numbers are just a bonus. What's more valuable is how Jungkook's voice can be a comfort. One comment from a fan on Weverse wrote, "When I listen to 7, it feels like Jungkook is right there beside me, even when the days are tough." And perhaps that's the essence of it all. That Jungkook's music isn't just entertainment. It's a friend who understands. For ARMY, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning of a new chapter for Jungkook. Because once he returns from his military service, the world knows something big awaits. Something emotional, powerful, and that will make history repeat itself. Jungkook isn't chasing records. Records are chasing Jungkook. He's not just an artist, he's a global phenomenon. And the most beautiful thing? It's all born from honesty and a genuine love for his music and his fans. According to several internal reports from HYB, preparations for Jungkook's comeback actually began even before he enlisted in the military. Several global producers who previously worked with him on his Golden album are reportedly back on board for this new project. It's not just a song, it's a new era for Jungkook, which is said to be a significant milestone for Korean music on a global stage. One source within HYB even stated, "We don't want this comeback to be just about the music. We want to show Jungkook's evolution as a person, not just as an artist." This statement clarifies the broader direction HYB is taking. They want to delve deeper into Jungkook's emotional side, exploring stories that grow from his life experiences, maturity, and reflection during his military service. What makes the world so eager for Jungkook's return is that 7 isn't the end, but rather a bridge. The song symbolizes the peak of his success, but also a gateway to something more personal. Consider if 7 was about universal love, then his next work will likely be more introspective, about time, loss, and the struggle to find oneself amidst the solitude of the world. Some music analysts even predict that Jungkook will return with a darker, more mature, and more experimental concept. Perhaps something that blends elements of R&B, alternative pop, and acoustic soul, a style that truly highlights his powerful, emotional vocals. During his military service, Jungkook may have been inactive in public, but he never completely disappeared. Letters from his unit mates, official military photos, and testimonials from those who served with him always show one thing in common: that he remains as humble, disciplined, and passionate as ever. Many armies believe that this time in the military is not just a break, but a time for reflection. A time for Jungkook to prepare himself, not just to return to the stage, but to be reborn as a more mature artist. And here's where the big connection comes in. HYB has repeatedly stated that 2025 will be the year all the BTS members reunite. RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. 7 names, 7 colors, 1 history. Interestingly, analysts predict that HYB will use Jungkook's comeback to usher in a new era for BTS. It's a strategic move that makes sense, considering Jungkook is now BTS's most powerful global symbol on the international stage. With 7's unprecedented record, Jungkook has created the perfect momentum. And HYB knows that momentum like this can't be allowed to pass. HYB's grand plan reportedly involves a gradual transition from solo projects to a BTS reunion. This means that once Jungkook completes his military service, he will begin with the release of a new single, most likely a song he wrote while in the military. And only after that will BTS reunite for a major project in 2025. Fans are already speculating that the theme of the comeback will focus on homecoming, the return of the 7 members to the same stage after years apart. And if true, Jungkook will undoubtedly be the emotional center of this new era. Because Jungkook has proven that he's not just a part of BTS. He's a symbol of K-pop's transition to the global stage. Not just another Korean idol, but a global artist whose work can compete at the highest level without losing its Asian identity. The fact that 7 is still streamed billions of times even though Jungkook is inactive proves something. That he has built a powerful emotional connection, even without a physical presence. And that kind of connection can't be built by promotions or media. It can only be born from sincerity. When Jungkook returns, the world knows he won't just release a new song. He will bring a new spirit, a more mature, bolder, and more influential version of himself. And imagine him standing on stage again, singing 7, the song that has accompanied him even when he was away from the entertainment world, in front of thousands of armies who have been waiting for him for so long. It won't just be a concert, but a historic moment. The moment when the world will realize that Jungkook isn't just a legend from the past, but the future of global music. The Billboard record is just the beginning. HYB has seen far greater potential, and 2025 will be a major turning point for Jungkook and BTS. Seven has proven that music can transcend time, distance, and language. And now, the next chapter is waiting to be written by the hands and voice of the man who changed the history of Asian music. BTS's Jungkook isn't just irreplaceable, he's eternal. And in 2025, the world will once again revolve around him.